What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy, the Destroyer, Ruiz. Get this. Andy Ruiz names the only man now he wants to fight. He states that he had a vision. He had this to say. He said, I wanted to fight Wilder in December, but I don't think these are going that way. We're negotiating right now. The only person that I have in my mind and my heart and that I'm going to win is Wilder for a reason. It's like I had a dream, like Martin Luther King, and I was beating him up. Everybody thinks he's going to knock me down. Everyone thinks that he's going to lay me out really quick. But best believe this chubby Mexican guy don't give up. If he drops me, I'll get straight back up. Somehow, some way, I'm going to win that fight. Please. Those are the words of Andy Ruiz. And let me counterpunch. He had a dream like Martin Luther King. He had a vision. Now he's the only one, Deontay Wilder, that he wants to fight. I say if that's the only person you want to fight and you're in negotiations, tell your father to shut up, take whatever they give you, and do what you said or you believe you can do. Bottom line. Because this is getting stupid at this point from Andy Ruiz stating that, oh, I need 50-50. You're not going to get 50-50. Okay, your stock has dropped tremendously since 2019. Okay, it spiked in 2019 and it dropped in 2019. And then ever since 2019, you haven't done shit. Especially on the level of anybody that's anybody. Chris Arreola, he's not anybody on that level. Luis Ortiz, he's old and we know it. He's not on that level. So your stock hasn't had any reason to spike at all. This was the one opportunity that you had that somehow, some way, Mauricio Suleiman gave you or half-ass gave you or stated that you can fight for the eliminator or whatever. I think that's BS, but nonetheless, you were in the picture or in the discussion to fight for the WBC mandatory whenever the hell he mandates Tyson Fury to do so. That may be another 1,000 days. We don't know. It happened to Dillian White, so why not anybody else? Come on, people. So, nonetheless, though, you should fight Deontay Wilder. Stop jacking us around, okay? And get and take the fight. That's if, though. That's if Wilder hasn't said, you know what? I don't want to fight you no more, because that could easily happen. You see what Wilder did to AJ after the negotiations fell through in 18, and then he revisited him in 19, and he still turned that down? That showed you that if Deontay Wilder is any type of person, he's sporadic, and he's sporadic due to what? Due to emotional decisions. So he might have made an emotional decision not to fight Andy Ruiz. So we hear Andy's talking now. He's showing us his legs and he's training and nobody wants to fight him and give me an opportunity. Now he's saying only fight one-on-one or fight one person. I think it's strange. I think now it is actually a matter of desperation. He said, listen. He said, it's like I had a dream. Like you had a dream. You didn't have a dream. You didn't say, hey, I fell asleep and I went to sleep and I dreamed. In that dream, I had this vision that I was beating up Wilder. You know what I mean? No, he said it was like one. So this is kind of like a metaphor. So it's just something now he really wants to do. It would be different if he actually had, or if he actually said what he, or dreamed what he said he was going to do. This is just an act of desperation to me, because he's probably afraid after dicking around Team Wilder that he's afraid that Wilder might not come back to him. Now he's like, I'll take whatever. And he should. He should have done that anyway. Because it's always, why didn't you do that the first time? Why are you playing these games? Why are you trying to, overshoot yourself if you really want to fight Wilder. Because in everybody's mind now, you're afraid of Wilder just like you was afraid of Luis Ortiz 3 years ago before you fought him last year with his shot knees and legs. And you know what I mean? He can't take punches no more. That guy's old. You know what I mean? Luis Ortiz, I think he's a different issue. So we won't talk about Luis Ortiz. But he's nobody on the heavyweight division or on the heavyweight picture right now. He scaved a victory away from Charles Martin, and that could have ended bad for him. It just shows you how one punch changes everything. But that one punch didn't come, and it might not come if he ever gets in the ring. And I don't want to see these fighters or an old man get beat up. And that's what we saw against Andy Ruiz, a guy, that, sure, he can take a lot of people's punches. He took Joshua's punches. He took Joseph Parker's punches. He took a lot of shots. But I think Andy really needs to play ball. I think he needs to stop the bull and get himself together. And if he is still negotiating with Deontay Wilder, I think he should stop, just call Wilder and say, man, let's make a deal. You know what I mean? Let's do this right now. Because if Wilder can call, look, I don't like the father shit. I think he should get rid of his father. His father has done some shitty stuff. He fired Manny Robles, and I'm not really sure. I hear Al Heyman made Andy Ruiz Sr. fire Manny Robles, but I'm not sure how true that really is. You know what I mean? That might have been a call from the family itself. You know what I mean? And Andy, I think, made that decision, and his father made that decision for Andy. That may be the problem now. His father is making a decision to try to play hardball when there's no ball to really work with if Deontay Wilder sails ship. If he sails away off in the sunset, I don't see that fight happening. I don't see that fight coming through at all. So I think Andy, before he pisses off Wilder any longer, stop playing games. And make a deal, bro. I've never seen a sport. I swear to you, I've never seen a sport that fighters talk so much to reporters and networks and do interviews with types of journalists and channels and shit like that. But then when it's time to make a deal, why is it so fucking hard? I never seen a sport this hard to make a deal ever. Except for boxing, the sport that I love, that I hate so much. But you guys tell me what you think of Andy Ruiz changing his mind, bypassing Joshua, Usyk, Fury, for only one fighter, and his name is Deontay Wilder. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!